What's going on, everyone? Young Donut here. Before we start, I would just like to thank everyone who is tuning in right now. I understand this might not be the best podcast ever or anything really close, but it's a new thing for me, and I'm truly excited to see where this could go. Also, this being the first episode, if you have any creative comments for me or anything you'd like to see me add or do better on for future podcasts, please go ahead and just leave it in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to take a look. And if you enjoyed the content, please leave a like as well. It would mean so much to me. So thank you all again, and I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of The Bakery. I am your host, the guy selling the goods, Young Donut, and with me today is a very special guest. You might know him as Mike Haze, Obey Alliance's own Mike Haze. Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Shit. Dude, I'm doing good. Did you call it The Bakery?
That's it is really The Bakery. Yeah, dude. Being Young Donut, figured I might as well sell the goods to the young kids trying to get good.
I like it.
Thanks, man.
How you doing today, man?
I'm doing all right. You know, I'm working on getting rid of a cough. I've got like post-nasal drip or something like that. Have no idea really what the hell that really is.
Yeah, I'm a little sick myself, so don't mind me if I cough. But
same.
Yeah,
Actually.
cool. Glad to be here, dude.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. So, you want to tell the audience a little bit about like who you are, who you play, like just all the generic shit?
Yeah. So my name is, of course, Mike Haze, Smash player. Been in the Smash community for, I want to say, like over 10 years. I want to say I started in like 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Done a lot, I guess, in terms of like in the game and out the game. Did TOing for a while, obviously competing, and now my main thing is competing, making content, streaming a lot, trying to get my YouTube up and stuff. Nice. Obviously have the rap stuff too, so just kind of like dabbled in a lot of things and a lot of different aspects of like.
Been all over the place for the Melee community. Yeah.
No, yeah, it's crazy, man. Like when I first started, I was like, 17? I was just a little ass kid. Didn't really like have any goals with the game or with what I wanted to do. So It's kind of crazy that I ended up here.
Well, I mean, you've definitely made a huge name for yourself, especially being out in the West Coast. You get a lot of exposure through like real top level talent. Like you hang out with Mango, you hang out with Westballs, you hang out with Hugs, you hang out with all those guys. And of course, like you were saying, you've done TOing, you've been in the scene long enough. It's really cool, man. So have you always been on the West Coast? You always kind of live out there?
Yeah, man. Actually, so I grew up in a city called Burbank, California, which a lot of people know for like a lot of media stuff. So, like they have a bunch of like news stations and like they do like I don't know what show it is. The Tonight Show. I don't know what fucking show it is. I'm not into that. But they have like a lot of stuff at like Cartoon Network Studios, Disney Studios is out here.
Right.
So I pretty much grew up in Burbank. ESL is there now, which is really cool. So you get the esports aspect of it. I live like 5 miles from where I grew up. I've always kind of been in the area. Like every time I moved out, it's always been in the valley, which is over here. So kind of like stuck in the same area my whole life, which is like good and bad, I guess.
I see.
But it's kind of like crucial for Smash right now, especially since I'm doing Smash full time. I live on the West Coast, like specifically Cali, just because like the majority of top talent is here. There's so many tournaments, stacked events, so it's really crucial right now for Smash to kind of like live in SoCal if I want to do this full time.
With that being, that's actually a good point. How do you feel about other regions as a whole? I know I'm personally East Coast. I live up in upstate New York, so I'm not even really affiliated with tri-state all that much. But they claim very often, if you check like NYC SSBM page, like they always are talking like we have excuse me, we probably have the most talented unranked players to ever like be seen, or like they say stuff along those lines. And being someone that can only be an outsider and watches a majority of this, I kind of see what they're talking about. They do have a lot of unranked and unknown talent that just can kind of show up. How do you feel about that in other regions? Do you think like SoCal, no matter what, is going to always have the best? Do you think another region can come up and just show the better players? What do you think?
Well, I think in the past couple of years, even it shows that like other regions can pick it up too. So you can see like Florida in the past couple of years. Like Florida before was pretty good, but then you start seeing Pluck getting so much better. You start seeing other players just improve like a lot more. You see Wizzy obviously getting hella good too. So I think Florida's like SoCal's main competition in terms of like top heavy skill. especially with like Mew King moving there. So it's kind of crazy.
That is a big thing too. I actually completely forgot MTK's now.
Yeah,
he's now finally picked a residence.
Florida's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
In terms of top heavy talent, in terms of like mid level, low level, like unranked talent, I mean that's cool. Like I think people can still get good.
Yeah.
And obviously there's like room for everybody to improve in Melee.
Yeah, it kind of comes down to their work ethic, right?
Right. No, I agree. There's no like skill ceiling, so everyone can get good. Yeah, and everyone's still improving. Mm-hmm. You see people coming out of nowhere like still getting hella good. People like Zane, people like Face Roll, who in the past year have just put in so much damn work and improved a lot.
Yeah, it definitely shows.
In terms of regions, I think like SoCal, Florida are probably the strongest right now. For sure. SoCal just has more events, so you get to see them more often, and we get to play more often.
Cool. And another thing could be the metagame as a whole. You think like that's ever really going to change all that much? You think anything's escalating as far as that goes? You think it's always? Yeah.
Oh no, that's an interesting question. No, I really don't know. I mean, I think everything's just going to keep pushing, and people are going to just keep getting more punish heavy and smarter at the same time. It's important to have a balance, and I think we're kind of seeing that more. But yeah, no, I don't see what direction it's going to go in. I think people are just going to get smarter overall and hit harder.
Yeah. No, I can definitely see that coming. I feel Cyrox is a clear example of that, being someone that just blew up. He's been playing for a while, but like he blew up and showed the world like a completely different, not like style of play, but he just showed that like it's possible to just be this kid that can just come in and kick some ass if you put your.
I agree.
Put your work
and that's what you're kind of mentioning, like lack of exposure. Like who knows how long he's been that good,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think that's sick. He finally got the opportunity to go travel and shit. So that's dope. I mean, still always possible for everyone to improve.
Of course. And so in, 2016, you were ranked number 28th in the entire world. How'd you feel about that?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
20. So I was like, for this year, I just got ranked 28th, right? Like, so for 2016. Yep. My first ranking was the year before, and I was ranked 40th. And that was the first year that I was ranked. Before that, I wasn't. That was like my premiere year. So I got 40. Moving up 28 is cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't let rankings spot. Like.
This is 12 spot.
I don't let rankings like get to me like that though.
No.
Like I do. I get giddy for like the first hour, and then like you kind of realize that the number doesn't do anything for you. Like
no.
All it is ego in that way. Like it's just like bragging rights, I guess.
Yeah.
So for like the first hour, it's like, yo, that's fucking sick. And then now it's just like, I mean, our goal at the end of the day, and this probably for most people, was to be, number one.
Want to be number one. Yep.
Right. So like, number 28 still sucks. It's the 28th worst. It's more of I think the rankings become more of a meme amongst us. Like when we, it's just funny because like, I'll hang out with Hugs and for this new ranking, for the quarter one, the Yahoo Esports quarter one rankings, I got put 23rd, and I'm pretty sure Hugs is like 24th.
Really?
So him being one of my best, 24th, 25th.
Yeah.
Him being one of my best friends, like I get to bust his balls. I'm like, that ranking list was super accurate. And I'll just ask him like, what number are you? What up, 25? Like we'll just talk shit like that. So it's just like super stupid meme, funny shit. Like I said, the rankings are cool and like they're important for different reasons. Like when you look at when I look at it as like, oh, this is how good I am. Like when you look at it that way, it's kind of silly.
Right.
It's because there are people outside of that realm that can beat me, and people higher than me that I can beat. So it doesn't matter in that way. But it does matter in terms of like sponsors and stuff. So I think that's really important. It's important to have a good ranking or an accurate ranking list reflecting actual skill. So you can look at like, people that are going to get sponsored, and most of the people who are being looked at by sponsors and orgs are people who are ranked higher, right? Like if you're not getting the upper placings at least, it doesn't necessarily matter that much. So it is important. It's super important to like have an accurate ranking and have them in general. But within ourselves, it's more of just like, I think anyway. At least for me, it doesn't matter that much.
And that's actually what brings me to the next point. I was going to bring up being ranked how you were last season or whatever, 2016. You've gone on quite the tear since then. You have Royal Flush that you did pretty good at, being Cactuar, Smuckers, only barely losing to Nintendo. Then DreamHack Austin, which was before that, only barely losing a Chew, but 2-0ing Cyrox. UGC, where you destroyed Mango. I don't really know. That's kind of the point I was gonna get to, where it's like, how do you feel versing these people? Like you go into these and like, oh, this person could be better than me, but you you have a chance at the end of the day. Like, everyone has a chance.
Right. Yeah, no, that's true. I think preparation's a big part of it. Like, we'll talk about the manga one, but like even more recently, right? So like the Cyrox one you mentioned. Like, I went to the tournament and I knew I had to play Cyrox. So what did I do the night before? I spent like 4 hours watching his matches.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay. And like, I didn't necessarily pick up on like a lot. Like, I was watching, I could see his positioning, I could see where he wanted to play. But the thing is, like, I got some ideas and I created a game plan, kind of. Like, I'm like, okay, this is how I'm going to edge guard him. This is what he wants to do. And I just had like a game plan that when I went to the match, and I feel like even in the match, like, I didn't really do anything I studied for, but I was more comfortable because I had a game plan. And I think that's going to be pretty big. Like, I don't think a lot of players really do that much, like as much as I did. And it's just like being comfortable is kind of like what I've been doing lately. Same thing with Cactuar was random because I was preparing for SFAT.
Oh, right. Yeah,
right,
that was a big upset of its own. Yeah.
Right. No, that was crazy. I mean, that's more impressive than me beating Cactuar, but I guess I beat the guy.
Everyone's happy in their own league. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say you still beat him.
It's still something.
Yeah.
But same with that. Where was I at? Flatiron, Colorado. Like, same kind of thing. I had to play Crush, and Crush was fucking me up the night before. He was beating me like 7-3 in friendlies. I'm like, okay. So I went to the room and I watched his matches for 2 hours, and I think that's one where I actually picked up on a lot of things that helped me beat him. We ended up playing a bracket, and it was just like a clean 2-0.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just like clean, and like I had an idea of what I wanted to do. But preparation is really, really big for getting those matches. And in terms of like you mentioned, like how you feel, like you go into those thinking like, this person can beat me, but I can beat them. It's just like a longevity thing. Like, I've been playing so long, I am familiar with the feeling of losing. I'm familiar with the feeling of winning. I'm familiar with almost causing an upset and choking it. I'm familiar with causing upsets and taking it. So I've done it so many times that like I'm a lot more comfortable in a match.
The experience is just there. Yeah.
Right. Like when I was playing Mango, like you mentioned that at UGC, like it was a 6 set. I don't think he was necessarily playing his best, but I mean, we'll take it. Whatever.
We take those. Yeah.
No, we definitely do.
Yeah.
But the mentality aspect of it was just being comfortable. Knowing I had a lead, knowing when I was up 2-1, I'm like, okay, you can do this. Just play calm, play confident, just relax. Don't think about the win. Like, I've done this so many times.
I was gonna say, actually, you played a set at Smash It Power 9 versus Westballs recently. I'm pretty sure it was the bracket reset where, in my position, I know I've been in those where the bracket just got reset on me. I'm like, oh shit, this guy's about to come back on me, and you still take it. Like that's a lot of mental strain.
Oh yeah, he did. He beat me like 3-0, I think, or 3-1.
Yeah.
I feel like I actually don't remember the score, but yeah, no, same kind of shit. It's just like keeping your composure. Like, I think the time that I learned the most about losing was when I played Leffen at Battle BC last year. So it was about a year ago, since Battle BC is coming up, and we played. And this will give you like a little bit of background, not to take too long on it, but like we've been playing a lot. Like, he invited me to the TSM house, and we played for like 4 hours. I didn't take a single match. Like, he fucked me up.
Wow.
And we played friendly somewhere else, didn't take a single match. And then at Battle BC, we're playing hella friendly, so like another hour or two, and I didn't take a single friendly. Like, he was just fucking me up. Every time I'd be up 3 stocks and 1, he'd beat me. So we meet in the tournament. I'm thinking like, okay, like, we'll just see what happens. And I win game 1. First match I've ever taken off of Leffen. Like, in friendlies counting, like, first match I've ever taken.
Literally ever. That's incredible.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh wait, I could do this. What the fuck? I got this shit. I got like overly confident, overly hyped, and then I just got 3-0, like 3 stock after that. But that taught me a lot in terms of like keeping my composure, not thinking about the win, just like not being a noob, I guess. It's like mentality stuff that you can like learn from and stuff.
No, that's actually really impressive. I don't think many people have heard that. That's incredible. You go from not winning a game at all to, hey, I got a chance in bracket. You ever feel sometimes that, like, I don't know how often this happens so much in top level versus top level, sandbagging all that much? You think you guys do that all that much?
No.
I
mean, maybe sometimes, but like, not on my end, no. And even then, if people like sandbag, we shouldn't pay too much attention to it.
See, I was gonna say I feel the idea that you should play every friendly, every game you play ever as seriously or whatever. Like, you play it like it's a tournament match. You can't just throw versus some kid and be like, no, I know what he's doing. It's like, they could come back on you at any point.
No, that's true.
So,
I mean, like, I think when top level plays against like low level, that happens a lot. go secondaries and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. In terms of sandbagging, like playing bad on purpose or playing bad just to swag out, like I don't think that necessarily happens that often.
No.
But again, even then, even if it does, like I don't think it should matter. Just like whoever wins, wins.
Yeah.
It's just better to be objective about it.
Yeah. So, with your rank from last season, have you seen yourself improving a lot more, given your time since, or do you think you've maybe stayed the same?
It's funny because I don't feel like I've done anything this year, actually, to be honest. But
really?
then, like, I guess I have.
Yeah, you definitely have some notes.
No, I really feel like I haven't done shit. Because I'm looking at, like, damn, like, last year was sick. Like, last year I beat Drugged Fox a couple times. I don't know who the fuck I beat. I beat a shitload of people. But, like, it felt good, and I was just like, okay, cool. And then this year, like, all the wins are coming, but they're, like, so slow. And tournaments have, like, up until this season, now everything's picking up. Yeah. But tournaments are finally picking up again. But I don't know. I feel like I haven't really done a lot. But I'm looking back, and, like, I guess I have. So, like, I had Genesis, where I beat, like, Nintendo. I think was my bigger win. Nintendo Dark Atma, which is sick. And then what? I had a Texas tournament where I beat Gatsu. And then that tournament where I beat like Smash God and Swedish twice. So those are pretty big.
Yeah.
And then of course, the last couple tournaments was like Crush, Cyrox, and then I don't feel like I did anything at Royal Flush. Like obviously Smugs is sick, but like in terms of like, so the way I feel is like, okay, so I am at this skill level. I should be beating people above me to keep progressing.
Mm-hmm.
But I keep running into like mini bosses that are just fucking hard. Like I ran into like Lucky. I ran into Lucky like at 2 tournaments. So I ran into like Chudat, who's like very doable, but still lost it. So I don't know. Those are the matches I am more looking forward to win, I guess. Or like those are the matches I feel like I haven't done anything because I feel like I could have won those potentially, like the Chudat set or the Nintendo set recently.
Well, they're not destruction either. Like you keep them close and you show potential and you show there's definitely a chance. I can understand probably being frustrated at it, but at the same time, like it's at least good knowing that like you have this shot, you're gonna take it, and you're gonna just keep pushing at it. And
right.
I can see the feeling there.
Yeah, whatever.
So back, I want to say. When? Do you know when the documentary was released? I want to say it was like 4 or 5 years now, maybe a little.
I have no idea.
A little more.
I have no idea.
I just
That's
know
when it came back to Melee.
Really?
It came back like a month before it came out. Yeah.
Interesting. I was gonna say the community looked like it had a very large rise after that happened. Obviously, people had watched it. There was the meme of like, "Oh, you're only a doc kid. You're not good at the game. You're just a doc kid." Right. Stuff like that. But now that the documentary has been out for a while, people just continue to play. This game is getting older. How do you feel about the community as a whole? Do you think that it might end up dying at some point rather soon? Do you think this game's never going to die? You ever have dreams of Melee HD? Like, what do you think of the community as a whole?
I mean, I think it's still growing in ways, like, in different ways, though. Like, I think viewership's going up. I think smaller streams are starting to get bigger, too. Like, we're getting a lot more support. So I think that way is dope. Like viewership's important. In terms of players, I don't know. I feel like numbers have like gone slightly down this year in terms of entrants, but I think people overall are watching more. I think people are more interested. You look at Royal Flush, 79,000 viewers for a first-time event. That that's unheard of for a first-time event. Look at DreamHack. DreamHack got like 40K, I think, like 39.
That sounds right.
It was around 40K.
Yeah.
Royal Flush got 79,000. Obviously, the grand finals had something to do with that, but a lot of people are still watching. A lot of people are still giving a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Excuse me. In terms of like numbers and growth, I can't really say. Like I know we still have years in Melee.
Yeah.
Before we even like, I feel like we haven't hit our prime yet. I feel like that'll be coming up in the next couple years, though. But I don't know. I don't think that far ahead in the future, anyway. To be honest.
Gotcha. It's not easy to
write it out.
No, I know it's a loaded question right there, but I figured, why not get the intake and because I feel that. Man. Yeah, definitely. Why drop something you're having fun with too? At the end of the day,
right.
Ever have thoughts of Brawl coming back into a community?
No, not at all. Brawl was cool. Brawl was dope, but I think I just know what I want in the game now. Like I know what I want to play, and yeah, it's just what Melee has to offer. Like Melee's just so sick. At the time, I liked it. Like Brawl at the time was dope.
Mm-hmm.
I still play it like once a year. Whenever we're at like a Smash Fest and PM is there, we just take out the the PM memory card or whatever.
Just take it out, dude. Play the game the way it was meant to be played.
Yeah, when I'm playing modded, modded Brawl. No, but like I don't know. No, I don't really think about it at all. Honestly.
I got you. Yeah, that's one of those LOLs, the LOL questions we got to throw in. So, Mike, you have that reputation. Mike Blaze, Mike Haze, the Smash rapping legend. Your picture here that we're even using, it's that really great picture. Thomas Tischino.
Tish.
Yeah. He took the.
With me with my tie-dye shirt, is that the one?
It's the black and white one. Chillin's back is facing the camera. You're talking right to him. It's I love that picture, and
it's a good one.
It's, dude, you have stood out as that guy that's like, you want to make these shitty raps? Let me show you how it's done, and you just go right at them. How did you get into the rap game? When did this all come out?
So my rapping stuff started probably like I want to say like 20. When did Brawl come out? Oh wait. Like 2009, 2010.
Started with Brawl.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't doing Smash Rap. Like, I didn't really do Smash Rap until recently. The past couple years. But like, it started out because I was hanging out, or I had a friend online. His name was Neo. Neo is an old school Smasher. He's like the inventor of Smash Rap. Actually, he had a rap. It's called Meta Knight the Best. You can look it up. He's the Smash Rap. He literally, like, me and Chillin always say, like, we have this stupid thing where we say, I invented that. Neo literally invented Smash Rap. So, Neo is also a marksman in Brawl, blah, blah, blah. We're homies, and we, like, bonded and shit. Mm-hmm. He was, like, really into rap and rapping. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So, I, like, you know, I wanted to kind of be like him in a way, because I was younger, too. He's someone I looked up to. Okay. So, I was like, okay, let me, like, dabble around rapping, and, you know, I had a couple tracks I just, like, recorded, and they were always, of course, really bad. But I mean, that's kind of how like I started with rapping. Like, I've always been writing, like, in high school, and when I was younger, I used to write a lot. My like initial dream was to like be a book author.
Oh, really?
A book and write fiction and shit. Yeah. So like I've always been one to like kind of play with my words and shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Smash kind of just gives me like an outlet to do it. Like that's a little more friendly towards music, because you know in the hip hop world, like, it's so fucking hard to get started. And yeah, that's where I had my start. Like, I've done shows, not many, but I've done shows, and like I had that period where I was like doing random shows at like a couple venues. I was trying to play like backyard shows. I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted to rap.
Really?
And that's dope, but it's so hard to get started in that way. Like, you have to know people, and a lot of it's about networking and connections and shit. So I've kind of like, I haven't put it on the back burner, but I've just been like not working as hard in terms of like writing and wanting to release my personal music. Mm-hmm. Just because, you know, I really want to write out Smash right now. But I think in the near future I'm gonna get some shit out, like, for my personal stuff. In terms of Smash Rap, more Smash Rap's coming. We're gonna have the West Bowls this track in a couple weeks, hopefully.
Oh,
so that'll be dope. And then me and Chillin have a collab track too.
You have a collab coming out. That's
really dope.
Something.
It's probably the best Smash track that's like ever gonna be released, I think.
Sub goal?
It's really fucking good. Yeah, we hit our sub goal already, dude.
Oh, let's go. You got a favorite rapper of all time? The GOAT of rap?
Yeah, I'd say Idea. I listen to a lot of underground hip hop, so
nice.
A lot of people you won't know, but this dude named Idea from Idea and Abilities, definitely my favorite. Rest in peace. It's fucking sick though.
R.I.P. and P. If you ever quit Smash, you think you would go try and relook at that rapping life? You're just like,
for sure. I mean, that's the plan.
Oh yeah. My
plan right now is just to write out Smash as long as I can. I'm still grinding rap, so like I actually do practice. Like I will try to work on my delivery and my flow, because I think that's my weakest part. Or my delivery more so. I think my flow and rhythm is alright, but like my flow specifically and how I sound, like I grind that out a lot. Pretty much like 3-4 times a week. I want to do it every day, but like I do spend time recording and listening to myself. Or just like rapping shit and like working on how my syllables come out. I do spend a lot of time grinding it. That's the goal. Like I still want to work on it. It's just like, I don't know if I can do, you know, juggle both.
And it's not the easiest to do, but the fact that you correlate it with Smash is actually pretty funny to be.
I mean, yeah, that's why it's dope.
Yeah,
I agree. It's dope. It's a easier outlet, I guess, but it's also fun as fuck too. You know, it's funny to make fun of my friends and shit.
I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people wouldn't know this about me. Some that are close to. I actually used to rap way back in the day, way back. Freshman, middle school years, freshman year of high school. It was some funny-ish. It's a ton of fun, to be honest. Like, I have fun doing it, but as you grow up and you kind of realize that you're bad at it, you kind of just are like, you know what, I'm just gonna find something else to do. And then I started doing electronic music, so I stick with.
I dig it. Yeah, I mean, we all go through phases and figure out what we like and what we don't like. So yeah, I'm with you there.
Definitely. Any other games that you dabble with besides Melee as a whole?
Yeah. I started speedrunning Mega Man X. So Mega Man X is like a classic game I played growing up. Huh. Whenever I would like stay home from school, I have like memories of being sick, and I would just try to beat that game, during my day off when I would take a day off of school because I was sick. Yeah. So I don't know I went to Smash the Record last year, and like I met this dude, big streamer, big Mega Man fan. His name is Caleb Hart. Super big on Twitch.
The jacked orange hair kid classes. Yeah.
The ripped ginger.
Yeah.
So I met him at Smash the Record, and we started talking, and I was telling him how I wanted to speedrun, and he said just run Mega Man X. Like, fuck it, just go do it.
Just go do that one, dude.
I mean, it was a little longer, but he convinced me to do it, and then I've been speedrunning Mega Man X ever since. So it's kind of cool. If we're talking, because someone's gonna ask how good I am, I'm ranked somewhere in the top 100.
Really?
So it's kind of cool. Yeah.
You already got your live splits and everything?
Yeah. I mean, I stream it not as frequently lately because of all the Melee tournaments coming up, but
of course.
Yeah, no, I definitely put in time to that game. It's fucking sick. It's super dope. It's a lot of fun. Speedrunning gives you it's kind of like Melee in the way where like Melee is a journey of improvement and shit. Like it's the same way for Mega Man X or any speedrunning game, I think.
Yeah.
But the big difference is that you're playing against yourself versus an opponent. So like in a Melee match, you can get outplayed, right? You can just like play your best, but your opponent's still smarter than you. In speedrunning, it's literally you versus yourself. So it takes a lot of like willpower, self-control, I guess, in a way.
Definitely. No, I definitely feel that. It also takes like a lot of mental draining to go through the same thing over and over and over just to try and beat a specific time that you thought you could do, and then one slight thing goes wrong, because everything at the end of the day, not everything, a lot of speedrunning comes down to frame perfect inputs and stuff like that. You miss a single frame, you got to do a backup, and now you're already behind on your split. It's a lot of draining. I've tried speedrunning even myself, and it's very draining, but to see the drive some of these people have, it's impressive. Have you submitted Mega Man X for STR?
Not yet, but I'm going to.
You're gonna? Nice.
Yeah, we have some actually pretty big plans for. Hold on one sec. We have some pretty big plans for STR. Yeah, it'll be dope. I can't say anything yet, but it'll be actually surprising and dope.
Fair enough. I can't bother asking too much on that. All right, but now we're going to turn it over to my Twitter and Facebook. I asked a lot of people if you have any questions for this amazing player, if they would like to get them out now. So I got a couple questions for you. Evan Perry asks, not sure if you play against Luigi Kid all that much, but I would love to hear what you think of the Fox versus Luigi matchup.
I think the matchup's annoying. It can be annoying, rather, but if Fox knows how to play it, Fox clearly wins. A big part of it's just kind of like avoiding Luigi's crouch cancel at lower percents. If you challenge Luigi too much, it can be fucking annoying. But if you don't challenge Luigi gets fucked. Yeah. It's still doable for Luigi to win, but I think Luigi has to play really great. And I don't know, if the Fox does the matchup, it's fucking tough. I mean, I don't have much more to say than that. It's a hard bracket, or it's a hard matchup for Luigi. Still doable though. Like Luigi's punish game is sick. So I don't know.
That's the green bastard right there, my homie Evan. I know that guy. The next question comes from Andrew Peck. He's asking, how do you go into a set against someone you know is better than you? And I'm pretty sure we touched on this a little bit ago, but if you want to clarify a few things on that.
Sure, dude. I think the important part is like just being like not worrying about that. I don't necessarily like. I think when I was coming up to more so, I didn't really think about. Well, so you have different mentalities. So you go into like a match as a noob, and like you're just one of your first tournaments. You go, oh, this person's better than me. I have no chance. But as you start developing your mindset, you go to a point where you're like, okay, this person's better than me, but I can beat them. Right? You can think about that. I think a more honest mindset though is just going into a match, because like you go through that phase of like, yeah, I can beat them. And you develop this ego, and then you get fucked up a bunch of times, and your ego breaks down. And then you think you're going to lose to everybody. And it's kind of like, it happens. I think it happens to everybody. Like, you get comfortable, and then you get fucked up, and you think you suck, and then you get good again, and you think you suck. And it's just a cycle. So, like, what I've after so many cycles, what I figured out for myself at least is to go into matches just not worrying about that. And what I think about more so, is just like how can I learn, or what can I learn from my opponent, or what can I do to like play well or play focused.
Right.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, man, I'm a little sick. It sucks.
Yeah, I see.
But yeah, he's thinking about like what you can do to your opponent, or like just being aware or setting goals like that. Because a lot of the time, I think like players, unexperienced players, or players like with big egos, I feel like a lot of the time they lose the match before, or not a lot of the time, but it happens. Like you can lose a match before you even play it. You can go into bracket and you're like, oh fuck, I have to play against Hugs next. Fuck. Or oh fuck. Or oh man, I don't want to play Hugs. I don't want to play Armada. And the moment you're thinking that, like you're already at a deficit. Maybe it was a 50-50 chance, but now it's like 40-50 or 40-60 rather. Yeah. If you know, just because that mentality shift. I think it's important just to be neutral, go into a match, just like not worry about that, just play your game. I think it's way better and way healthier.
Nice. Thunder's Reign, you know that guy, the PM Lord?
The DK, right?
Yes, sir. He told me to ask Mike about that Fresno tourney he went to.
I wonder which one it was. I've been to Fresno a couple times.
Yeah.
Fresno, if you don't know, it's pretty much the shithole of California. It's the armpit of California. It's right in between NorCal and SoCal. It fucking sucks. The people were dope. I like the people in Fresno. The people are fucking homies.
Yeah.
Because they have nothing else to do but talk to each other and be fucking sick. That's all they have. Because there's nothing else to do in fucking Fresno. Everybody in Fresno is cool as fuck. But Fresno fucking sucks. So we went out. The one infamous tournament I can think of, it was a 100-man tournament, maybe 120.
Yeah.
And it was a 2-day fucking tournament. And they could have just ended it in one fucking day, but they wanted to do all sorts of fucking shit. Doubles pools, round robin, fucking best of 5 top 64, some shit. 100-man tournament, top 64, make it out of pools, like shit like that. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
2-day tournament. We went out there and it was just the most shitty time of my life, probably. I don't want to ever go back to Fresno. They asked me recently, they're like, dude, what would it take for you to come out? I'm like, dude, I will not come out. I don't want to go back to fucking Fresno. Wow. Host some good events, have a track record of good events for a while, and then I'll go back. Nice. I think the TO that did that event isn't TOing anymore. It wasn't even his event that I was invited to, but I still said no because I'm not going back to fucking Fresno for a while. It was so bad, and I think most people will say it's one of the worst tournaments. Most people that went, like, from out of region, like Toph was there, Hugs was there. It was bad.
Yeah. It
was fun in its own way because, like, we have this theory that, like, whenever you go to a tournament and it's run poorly, you have the best time hanging out with your friends, and that is true. Just because there's so much time to bullshit with the homies, but it was still a shit event. Oh my god, it just lasted forever. Fresno's always like humid and hot. It was disgusting.
No, definitely been there before. Bad events can be a pain in the ass. Sid Scott, god damn it. Sid Scott asks what it felt like to get Falcon punched twice.
God damn. It sucked. It was for charity, dude. I got hit on purpose.
Yo,
I got hit on purpose for charity. For the kids.
Yo, so suck it,
It was for
Sid.
the kids. Suck it, Sid.
Did it for the kids.
No, I mean, it was whatever. It was scary. It sucked, but it was still funny.
Yeah.
I was the one that paused it. A lot of people think that, like, Lucky paused it.
Oh, really?
I paused it. Yeah, I paused it.
See, that's a homie. Right? See, that's how you know he did it for the kids. He's like, you know what? All of you, take this in. No, look at what I do. Look at what I do for you people. James Schroeder, aka Soldier, asks, what is his tech skill regimen and flowchart for chain grabs? Ooh, this might be a lot, but if you have a tech skill regimen, that could be something.
That's too long. Just come to the stream and ask. I mean, like, I'll give you a TLDR. Like, my tech skill regimen's just going to be practicing shit that I am actually going to use in tournament. Like, you're not going to see me practicing multi-shines for fucking hours. I'm going to practice my ledge dashes, shield drops, my general movement, my wave shines. I'm just going to practice shit I actually use in tournament. I think, like, if you have an hour to practice a day, you have to think about how do you maximize that time, right? It's like lifting weights. Yeah. Not that I would know anything about that, but it's about just maximizing your time. Like, you have an hour to practice. What the fuck are you gonna practice? You're gonna spend 30 minutes on multi shines, or you're gonna go work on ledge dashes, Firefox stalls, chain grabs, etc.
Yeah.
Right? It's just about maximizing your time. Shine out of shields, all that shit. So, like, just think about that more so. In terms of chain grab and shit, stop by the stream sometime. I mean, it's gonna be way easier for me to explain in game. Maybe I'll do a video on it or something too. Maybe that'll be easier.
twitch.tv/Mike Haze Gaming for anyone who's looking at that. It's a great stream. Definitely go check him out. Drop him a sub, drop him a dono, drop him a high five. You know what I'm saying. Do what we gotta do. Adam Bub, aka Sabo, asks, what was it like to be at TBH6, or quite frankly, any tournament when Mango took it? His reaction got me even more hype after he won. LOL.
I mean, being at a tournament is so much different from watching on stream, right? Because like on stream, you only get, it's like watching it's like listening to music versus listening to your favorite artist versus watching them live. It's the same kind of feeling. Like I could go to a tournament, and even regardless, even if Mango loses, it's still fucking hype. You just see the energy, you feel the energy, you feel the crowd, you feel the excitement. Yeah. It's just so much. It's so much more different being at a national versus watching it. If there's a Mango winning, like it's always hype because everyone always wants him to win. So like, it's kind of like you're sitting next to your best friend, and you both are cheering for the same person, and you're fucking. It's always a roller coaster with Mango too, because Mango never has he never sweeps anyone. Yep. He rarely sweeps anyone. So like, it's like a roller coaster of emotions, and you all experience it together. Yep. And then even win or lose, like the entire venue is experiencing that together. So afterwards, like you kind of share that. I don't know. Being at tournaments is sick. If you've never been to a national, go to a national. Do yourself a favor, man. It's an experience that you can't really replicate.
Definitely. I know just watching like the Genesis 3 and 4, those what is it, the crowd cams that they show. Sometimes I just look at that and I'm just like, God damn, what it would be like to go to these things. It's
crazy,
it's
man.
Incredible. And I guess the last question we have here, this one's kind of the silly one. What's your favorite kind of taco is? And if you can't answer that, your favorite Taco Bell product.
My favorite kind of taco?
Yeah.
Pink.
Yes. Yes.
My favorite kind of taco, carne asada. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole reason I said if you wanted to do Taco Bell. I didn't really think there's many other tacos in the world. It's kind of, Jesus.
Mexican food's fire. You don't know. Where do you live? You live upstate? Are you like Binghamton? Where? I don't know.
That's actually hella funny. Nah, I'm Albany area, but it's okay. I don't know what Justin's Buffalo area, so.
Okay, cool. You don't know Mexican food, dude. You guys don't know.
No.
True Mexican food, go to SoCal, go to Texas.
Basically, the gist of this whole podcast has been just go to fucking SoCal.
Yeah, go to SoCal. Fuck it. You have everything, dude.
Definitely doing my best to get out there someday. But that's about all I've got for you today, Mike. I thank you so much for coming on. If you want to plug anything, I know you got your stream, your sponsors. You even have your, what is this? You have a Beatrix code you use? I don't know.
Oh.
Something like that?
Yeah, it's my girlfriend's art. Shout-outs to the homies. Shout-outs to everybody that makes like my life able to be possible. People that sub to the stream, people that follow, people that just like support me. Thank you guys, because without the support from like the people, I can't do Smash full time, and it makes it a lot easier for me to like go to events knowing I have like a support system in the back. So thank you guys, really. Of course, shout outs to the sponsors, shout outs to Obey, shout outs to me. No, I'm kidding.
Shout out to Blaze.
Shout outs to everybody that makes it possible. If you guys want to check out the stream, twitch.tv/MikeHazeGaming /MikeHazeGaming on everything, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Check it out. It'd be cool if you guys, hung out. Even if you don't sub, just shoot a follow or just fucking chill with me. It's all good.
You gotta get those homie points. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get them homie points, man.
Very, very true.
Dude, your bot
thank
hates
you so much
me.
for your time, dude.
Dude, thank you.
Do you lose?
Dude, I lose all the time. I think I'm down like 300 homie points last night watching the tournament. But,
right.
Thank you so much, man.
Sure, man. I'll see you around. Thank you.
See you around. Thank you.